All right, so welcome to the channel. Thought we'd do an update because it's been a while since we've done one. So standing here in front of our Christmas trees that we planted, I guess 3 or 4 years ago. Some of them are looking pretty good like Christmas trees, while other ones, not so much. Some of these are gonna take some work. Since I'm pretty new at it, you can see the difference. I'm still trying to figure it out, but we've got some decent looking Christmas trees that are gonna be ready probably by this by next year. So you can see this guy looks pretty good. Got a couple more. I did one shearing so far. I'm probably going to try to do one more on these guys before the end of the year. So come take a look and walk through the trees with us. And we can see we got some different ranges of heights in here. Some wonky ones for sure. So again, the goal for us is to have a wide variety. So this year we plan on bringing in Fraser firs. Actually, we'll have a few Douglas firs. Those are all pre-cut again. And then hopefully next year we'll be selling some of our own. So the goal is to kind of have a wide variety. So we'll be selling trees, you know, from the bottom end of some of the ones that we've grown and look like Charlie Brown all the way to the premium Fraser firs. So should have a tree for anybody in any family. So one thing that's been a struggle for us so far is just keeping up with the mowing. If you're watching our other playlist on our barn dough build, you'll know that we're very busy doing barn dough builds. See all this new growth too. See, it's coming in. This from the other shearing. Even though this guy's got a double thing we'll have to fix. This is one of our taller ones, so I'm 6'7", so this has got to be at least a 9-foot tree. All right, so check this out, our new store. We put a video up about how we got this guy and how we got it set here and everything. Gregory helped me big time on that, but we finally got her leveled off. And we've got some ideas on how we're going to set this store up, but I'd be interested to hear what everybody thinks about how to set this thing up. Take any ideas or feedback on what you think on that. So let's do a quick peek inside here and show you what it looks like. So as of right now, there's quite a lot of space. I like that it's got a really tall ceiling. I think it's 9 foot 6 inches tall. We recently picked up some wood from Ashley Lumber, which is right down the road from us. Some beautiful cedar wood that we're going to use for shelves. So they always have been great for us and helped me out since we started out here. But I think the tentative plan right now for our store is to set up a reception table right here so that folks can then maybe come in that door and then exit this door and then set this section up for the store. Big thing with us last year was that we were out of a tent, so every single night we had to kind of take everything out of the tent, pack it up in the van, put it up, and then bring it back out the next day. So it was a lot of work for us. We're looking forward to just being able to lock this stuff up at the end of the day. So this is another addition we've been doing. I'll come show you what the parking lot looks like. Again, last year we had to clear off the whole parking lot, so it's looking decent. We're trying to keep it mowed down so come selling season, we've got a nice field. Last year we had parking set up a certain way. I think this year we're going to do it a little bit different. Again, we try to get folks to come in on the entrance to our property and flow through and then exit through our exit gate. I think we're going to put some better signs up and kind of let people know which way to go. And then I think our baling area is going to be the same. So if you came last year, you'll know where it's going to be. And then we're planning to put the trees, maybe something different there. That's where we had them all last year. Some here and some down there, kind of discussing some changes there. I'm not sure 100% what we're going to do there yet. So let's go out in the field a little bit more and show you some of the latest trees that we put in the ground. All right, so these are the guys that we got in last year, had them in pots. I I get all mixed up. Maybe it was 2 years ago. Had them in the pots for a year and then planted them this spring. So that's another video we did for our spring planting. So check that one out if you haven't seen it. These are the Carolina Sapphires. So we've never tried to grow these, but they're doing pretty well. You can see, not gonna do any trimming or anything for probably at least until next year, but they're all growing pretty good. Almost, I don't think we've lost any of these so far, so that's good. Maybe we're at 100% on Carolina Sapphires. So that'd be nice. Get down here and check out some of what they look like. I really like these because they have this blue tint to them and they're really pretty whenever they're done. Again, this first row is Carolina Sapphires again. And like I was saying, struggling keeping up with the grass and the weeds out here. Weed killer's doing a good job, but it's not getting everything. I'm really, when I spray, I try not to get too close to the tree because I really don't want to kill it. So that's why you typically see all this grass around here. But these guys are doing well too. Again, these were planted at the same time as the Carolina Sapphires, and they're, you know, about hip height. All looking really good. I think we've lost maybe 2 or 3 of these overall. So putting them in pots was a definite win for us and keeping everything growing and doing well. Let's go back and show you some of the Virginia pines. We did the same thing. So these guys we had in pots too. For the most part, they're doing really well. There's definitely more that we've lost of these than say the Murrays and the Carolina, but we planted a ton more of these too. So they're all looking good, growing. We did have about a month and a half where we didn't have any water. So rain was rough then. We had to come out here and hand water them. But for the most part, they're doing decent. You can see weeds is a definite problem. Just, oh man, trying to get out here and do spraying for weeds has just been rough this year. Either the weather hasn't coordinated, it's been really windy, or our sprayer's been broke. I feel like every time I come out here, something's wrong with that thing. So Tractor Supply sprayers are garbage. I think I've gone through 2 of them, 3 of them, fixed the switch on 2 of them. They're just, the pumps have gone out, they're terrible. So it's like the Dollar General of the farming world. So this guy, you can tell real quick, if you look at them, you see they're growing good, and then missing all this right here, right? This is one of the trees that the sawfly larva got a hold of, and luckily we found it in time, but you can see where they just completely stripped everything. If we can't get out here in time to catch those guys, they'll run through quite a few trees before we can get them under control. So that's what happened there. All right, so here's where I tell myself. So let's look at the difference of this and this. So this guy we were able to get to spraying, right? So you can see grass is dead, just a little bit around the tree, nothing crazy. Of course, it didn't spray real close, so that's why that guy's growing up. Now let's look at this next one. So obviously you can tell the difference between the 2 rows that were sprayed and not, and this is killing me when it comes to time. I just have not had a chance to come out here with the weather being decent to do this. And the other thing that's different about all of these guys out here is that I think we're probably at like an 80% loss for all the baby trees that we planted this spring, again, for the Virginia pines. And what we did different was, instead of putting these guys in pots like we did last year, which are the ones that we just showed you over there, we thought that we lost a ton to putting those in pots, the Virginia pines. But then, so we're like, well, maybe they'll do better in the field. We did that, but with the combination of not keeping up with spraying and using the dibble bar to plant them, we've lost about 80% of them. So we're gonna have to recoup by a year older trees, if we can find some, to replace all these guys. So I would say if you look, pan the camera that way, you can see it's almost become not a thing to spray anymore because so many of them are gone. and we're just gonna have to replace them. So that's where we are with that. All right, so here's the tree field for spring planting next year. All this, yeah, not even here yet. That's the problem. So I've got to figure out how to clear another, I think, 4-acre field by the time we plant next year, and it doesn't exist. So update on Sheba. Sheba got spayed, so no puppies for Sheba. She's supposed to be on bed rest right now, but she is driving everybody at the house absolutely crazy. She's been out for about 7 days now, so she's violating her profile, but she had to get out of the house and do something. So there's an update on her. Okay, so that's basically it for an update. I wanted to show you the front gate of the farm. Sometimes it'll be hard to see from the 64, but we really wanted to keep our buffer because, you know, Sheba, stay out of the road, because we really want it to be a kind of a surprise for people. I've always liked the idea of people not realizing what's here, but just getting the word out so people know it's here, but they can't see it. So when they come down the property and they make that big turn, they get to see all the Christmas trees out in the field as a big surprise. So if you don't realize where we are, we're right off of Highway 64. We're right next to Pritchard's. So we hope to see everybody out this Christmas season. Again, we'll have Douglas firs, Fraser firs for sale pre-cut, and some wreaths as well. So please come out and support us. And if you can, hit the little bell icon and subscribe to our channel. And if you can, and you're local to the area especially, share our page out so other people can follow us and know we're here. Thanks for watching.